I feel like I'm getting away with something. I feel like I'm getting off the hook for the terrible things that I've done. That's what someone said to me just a couple of days ago when we were having a conversation about the Christian faith, about the gospel, the good news, the message that's at the center of Christianity. I feel like I'm getting off the hook for the bad things that I've done. And my response was this: exactly. That's exactly it. That's what makes it good news. That's what makes it a life-changing, world-changing message. You get off the hook for all the bad things that you've done. Now, that doesn't mean that there'll be no accountability. That doesn't mean that there's no punishment for the things that you've done. That's where Jesus comes in. I mean, he takes the accountability for all the sin and terrible choices of this world. He gets punished. It's not as though it's cheap grace. Some people like to say that. Well, you're just talking about cheap grace. Well, maybe it feels cheap to the person who receives it, but trust me, grace and mercy are never cheap to the person who offers it. If someone is offering real mercy, real grace, it comes at tremendous cost to the giver. It might seem cheap to the recipient, but it always comes at tremendous cost to the giver. And there was a tremendous cost for Jesus. He gave his whole life. He gave his life to forgive, to pay for the sins of the world. He lived a perfect life to replace your imperfect one. And then he died a death on the cross to pay the punishment for sin. And then he rose out of a grave to show that there is resurrection and new life for everyone who believes in him. I mean, that's the cost that Jesus paid so that we could receive this incredible gift. And it is a gift, my friends. Don't let the fact that it is free to you, undermine the message at the center of it. Just because it's free to you doesn't mean it's worthless. No. The fact that this incredible gift is free to you means that you must be immensely valuable